Welcome to Adding Logos to Customers with Ease. Hey, I'm Eric, and one thing that's kind of, let me find the right word here, annoying, lacklustering, incomplete, not being used, you take your pick, is the photos. So here are Kronos, right? And we have the 5 customers and with very nice, studio photos of happy looking models, which is nice, and then we have the customers we make. And there's probably some places where you go in and then you upload a photo on each customer or vendor or stuff like that. But I have not met that customer. What I have seen is basically that everything looks like this, meaning that either the titles list or the tall titles list is kind of pointless. And if we go into the cart, well, there's a lot of real estate wasted on that thing. But what if we could easily add, right? What if we could magic add something that might be nice? I the other day I don't know why, but I found a website called clearbit.com, and Clearbit is some sort of company. Here's to Clearbit. I have no clue who they are, but it works the way that if you call it and then you call it with a domain afterwards. So let's go for Canon. I'm just looking at my camera. Canon.com. We get a logo. Pretty nice. So I was thinking maybe we could just use something like that and then populate the whole thing. So, hey, how about we do that? So let's create a function called add logo to customer, and clearly we need to do a couple of things. We need to zoom so you guys can see what we're doing. We need to figure out domain. Then we need to download the logo. Then we need to save a logo as picture. Wow, there you go. How do we figure out the domain? I think the reality is that most people have at least the email filled out, as I have done here on my example things, or perhaps the homepage. So it seems that the Clearbit, now I do canon.com, I got a logo. If I do www, then I also get a logo. So I think what we can do is that we're just gonna go with customer record here, customer, and then we are going to customer set filter number and we're only going to work on the customers that starts with a C. That will be all the ones I created because the number series and the demo data does not fit together, but we'll not mention that to anyone. So if customer finds set, then repeat until which customer.next equals 0. So let's do this and say domain, and that's the text. So we can go and say, that's interesting. If customer.homepage. Why is that? Field homepage is marked for removal. Reason field length will be increased to 255. Well, but right now it's still there, right? Hang on. Am I missing something? Let's go and check. So there's only one homepage field. So that's clearly what we're going to use. If custom homepage has a value, then domain has to be the homepage. So that's easy. Homepage. Else. And this is what I was thinking here, that maybe a typical example is here's NVIDIA, there's only an email. So we could extract the homepage, the domain from the email. So what I would do is actually, I'll start by, because you can have more than one email, so I'll make a list of text here called emails. And then I'm going to do that emails equal customer.email.split on a semicolon, because quite often we have something like this, invoicing at nvidia.com. So there's multiple email addresses in here. A part following should not contain a simple semicolon. Yeah, but that is clearly the tooltip, whatever is not. What is that? What is it? No. Anyway, so now this would, if there's no semicolon, then this is just a list of one entry. So what we can do is that we can actually go, I think we'll do this in one line. Let's see if we can do this. So we go domain equal emails get the first, then we're going to split that again, right? So we get the first email, and then we're going to split it again, and then we're going to get the second part. What can go wrong? So let's do message domain. Or let's be clever. 1, 2, 3. Or 2 is probably enough. So we'll go customer.name and then domain. Let's actually wire this up so we can actions. Add first in processing. We need an action. Add logo. Caption. Add logos. Application area all, because this is a page extension. Trigger on action. Here go, add logo to customer. I guess it's customers. So you see you can hit F2 here and rename it up here. Then the rename takes place, will also happen down here. So let's just try to run this, see what happens. If we get a useful set of domains. More actions, add logos. So we get an error. What? So emails is blank. Fair enough. What if there's no homepage nor emails on something? Oh, hang on. What customer was this? I thought I actually added in something on all of them. I might not. Let's run it again. Add logos. What is customer? Customer is 10. I know the problem. So we have a Mr. Changelog customer here. So, well, he clearly lives at changelog.com, doesn't he? Let's try this again. Add logos. C50. Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia. Well, I added only Hogarth.com as the name, so there's nothing here. Let's go with support at Hogarth.com. Okay, but I think the short version was that we have a domain here. We should probably make this slightly better and say that if emails count slashes and 0, then do this. And then let's start by saying domain equal blank up here. Now we can go down here and say that if domain has a value, then let's do some stuff. So then let's, now we need to download the logo. So for downloading anything, we surely need to get an HTTP, let's call it client. HTTP client, we need to get a request, HTTP request, we need to get a response, HTTP, wow, response. So request.set request URI, that would be logo.clearbit.com / domain. I think that was it. I can't remember. Clearbit.com. Yeah, I think we are in the right spot. Okay. If client does, and this was just a get, right? So we could probably have done it without the request form, request message, but method is get. So send request, retrieve response. So if this is good, meaning that if this is bad, in this case, if client.send is bad, means that we couldn't even send it. So there's something wrong with the URL. There's something wrong with Microsoft servers. There's something wrong with something that goes where the system has not yet reached the HTTP protocol. Like if the address is you're requesting a page that doesn't exist, so we get a 404 or stuff like that. That's all HTTP protocol. But at this point in time, if this returns false, then we get there's a last error text that we can see what is happening. So let's look at the response now. So if response is successful, then I think we got stuff, right? So let's get because this is binary, we need to work with streams. So we need an in-stream and an out-stream. An in-stream is something that you read data from. An out-stream is something that you write data to. So if you want to put something into the picture field, you create an out-stream on that picture field. If that is confusing, that's just how it is. There's an old video on the channel. Go look it up. It's called In, Out, Refusing Direction, something like that. Totally worth a view. So what we can do here is that we can go response dot content. Now it gets even more. So what is read as? Read the content into the provided secure text. Or in this case, there's an overload. So if we go look at this, we can see that there are overloads, right? So now we're going to read the stuff. We're going to connect a in-stream to the content so we can read the content out of the in-stream. So let's go and head our customer, and we have our picture. What's called? It's called image. Is that the one? Yeah. Customer.image dot and well, we might actually, because this is not a blob, so we can ask it to import from this one we just created. I think we need to pass a MIME type also. And a description. So logo dot, do we know what we're actually getting here? So let's take a look at this. So we open up on another screen. Or maybe we can actually do it like this and say inspect perhaps. What are we getting? Hang on, I think I'm gonna do this differently. So I am here, it's gonna go here, and then I'm gonna refresh this guy. So we get a PNG. There might be headers that are more suitable for what we want to do. So I think we are getting a image/a PNG. So let's put that in the code here. So logo.png, and then this is the MIME type. Now we need to say customer.modify. There we go. And I think I have saved logo. We already did that. So if we want to keep our very unusual amount of documentation here. Anyway, hold my beer. Let's try and see if this works. Action, add logos. We allow this to connect. So I know already one thing that will break. And that's because we are using, so I'm pretty sure that we're getting the request operation cannot be performed in this context. I think this is actually, let's see. So one thing that you have to be aware when you're using a client inside a loop is that we need to clear stuff, and at least we need to clear the request. You can clear the client also. You don't have to clear the client. The client can actually be, maybe it's enough to clear the request. Let's see. I should think you should not clear the client. Let's see, add logos. Here we go. Boom. I see Mr. Changelog, Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia, Hogarth, Walmart, BMW, Porsche, Yamaha. We did not get anything from Yamaha. What's wrong with that? Yamaha.com, right? There you go. And let's add we were playing with this, so let's add Canon. We'll just do Peter at canon.com, and there's also, by the way, accounting at canon.com. I'm just looking around. I see Roland. So Roland, we'll just go Roland at .com. What else do we see? I see a lot of IBM computers behind me. IBM.com. Wow. IBM.com. Let's go for some more. What else is there? Asus, apparently. I have Asus monitors. Asus.com. Okay, so right now we could actually improve this a bit, right? And say we're only interested in saying that if customer.image has value, if not, then let's do the thing, right? There's no reason to get something we already have downloaded. So I hit F5, we go again. We got a bunch now without. We call our nifty little function. Boom. There we go. Those are the logos. This looks nice. So let's go in the tiles version. Isn't that nice? I'm totally gonna do this in my my own company now because I like it. Some of them, because this one turns them into a square, that some of them are very square friendly. The Apple logo, the Nvidia logo, Asus kind of also work. IBM becomes 8 something. I'm actually not sure why Microsoft decides on the weird circle cropping. That's kind of weird and waste a lot of space. What if we go smaller? Anyway, that worked way better than I thought it would work. Actually, now it works. I think it worked quite well. Question: Should I wrap this up as a small app and put it on AppSource? A free app here. Add some logos to your stuff. Let me know in the comments below. And thanks for watching. Here is the fingers were all over the place. I'm weirdly positioned today. There and there. See, this works. What's this video? It's a good one. I'll see you there. Take care. Bye.